Okay, welcome to topic 3. How are we feeling about class? I do get some questions about quizzes. My best advice always is to make sure you're doing all of the reading. I have family members, my dad and my brother, they can read something and they know it forever. I do not have that. If I read something, I have to write it out. I have to work at it to retain it. So one thing I do when I am reading is each paragraph I stop and I jot a little note. I have, books and printed paper. You're probably doing it e-version, everything. If that's the case, have a notebook. You can buy a one subject notebook at the Walmart for $1. Have a notebook. Write out a little blurb about each paragraph that you read. It will help retain that knowledge. If you're still struggling, please reach out to me. Okay, so this week, the Republic and its democracy. So a democracy is where the people govern. It's not just the people elect representatives who then govern. That is what we have. We have a representative republic. A republic is where elected leaders, people who've been elected by those they govern, then go and conduct the business of government. James Madison, one of our founding fathers, said that the United States is a representative republic. And a republic is set up to govern over a large region. A democracy, that's a very small region because every single elector is also governing. There are not elected representatives. So it can be clear as mud, and I probably just helped with that. Noah Webster is really, I think of him sort of as America's first historian. This book was first published in 1841. It's early American history. It's written by Noah Webster. If you ever look anything up in the Webster's Dictionary, that was his doing. Of course, it's been revised, but he is the Webster behind the Webster's Dictionary. So he says in this book that the United States is the first example in modern times of a government founded on legitimate principles of Republican government. Every person is equally entitled to the protection of his person, his liberty, and his property, and of course is entitled to have a voice in forming the government by which this protection is secured. So we elect representatives who then govern. But we should not just elect them, send them on their way. We need to be paying attention. When they are doing things that we feel are contrary to our best interest, we need to write to them. House.gov, Senate.gov, you can find your federal elected representatives and send them a little note. If you think they're doing a fabulous job, let them know that too. But make sure that these opinions you send are informed. Be a consumer of news and knowledge. And I am not talking about TikTok. I'm talking about actual news, reputable sources, actual knowledge, books, good books, not just junk. Inform yourself. Become a knowledgeable and informed voter, and that is one of the best ways you can participate in our government. Okay, so this week, first you're looking at the ratification of the Constitution. Are you a Federalist or are you an Anti-Federalist? Thomas Jefferson is one of the most famous Anti-Federalists. And on Thursday, I will post a little something in the topic, in the second discussion, DQ2. It's by Alan Dershowitz. He is a lawyer and a historian. He's brilliant. And he exposes a different side of Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson was an anti-federalist. He argued for states' rights. He did not want a strong federal government. He felt that could lead to tyranny. He felt that the federal government could, Jefferson was from Virginia. He felt that the federal government may not always have the best interests of the people at heart. And so where the Federalists, Alexander Hamilton and John Adams, they were like, hey, we've tried this strong states with the Articles of Confederation, which was the governing document immediately after we declared our independence. It was a disaster. And that's why in 1787, the delegates got together and they drafted a whole new constitution. So that's DQ1, Federalist, Anti-Federalist. And then DQ2, the Civil War Amendments, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. Who circumvented them? So the 13th Amendment abolished slavery nationwide. The Emancipation Proclamation abolished it in the rebel states. The 13th Amendment took care of it nationwide, and it was pretty much upheld from the start. The 14th Amendment was not. And sadly, we see the Supreme Court in the Plessy versus Ferguson case circumventing the 14th Amendment and creating the separate but equal doctrine. That's such a tragedy that our Supreme Court, the branch of government charged with interpreting the law, they got it wrong. And that's why you need to be an informed voter and an informed participant in your government. You need to know what's going on. Because sometimes I think we take a parental view of government, but they don't always get it right. You've got to pay attention. Okay, then you have an evolution of democracy worksheet, which you're looking at really how we changed between President Jefferson, who was the, let's see, was he second or third? He was the third president, and then Andrew Jackson. So make sure you meet the minimum word count. Make sure you use at least the minimum number of sources. Do all of the readings for topic 3, and then do your assignment, then do your quiz. I think it might have a more successful outcome. Reach out with questions and have a great week.